I'm Daniel Meyer, the Lieutenant PIO for San Diego Police. My last name is M-E-Y-E-R. Today at about 3 o'clock, San Diego PD, San Diego Fire, San Diego Sheriffs, and allied agencies responded to a fire just north of where we're standing, north of 2300 Del Mar Scenic. Fire is utilizing several resources to combat this fire while San Diego Police Department is focusing on evacuations in the nearby area. Some road closures that everyone needs to be aware of is Del Mar Heights Road, which is closed between Camino Del Mar and the 5, east and westbound. Camino Del Mar between Del Mar Heights Road and Carmel Valley, northbound and southbound. Carmel Valley Road between Camino Del Mar and the 5. CHP also has shut down off-ramps for both Del Mar Heights and Carmel Valley on the 5, southbound. Evacuations are occurring. They are mandatory evacuations. Carmel Valley, west of I-5, between Carmel Valley and Del Mar Heights Road, as well as east of North Torrey Pines. If you are asked to evacuate, we ask that you do so and comply with officers' orders. There have been alerts sent out in the geographic area surrounding the fire, asking for residents to evacuate. Please heed those warnings and evacuate if you are asked to do so. I'm going to pass it to my partner, Monica Munoz from San Diego Fire, to go over some further details on resources that have been allocated.
Monica Munoz, M-O-N-I-C-A-M-U-N-O-Z, San Diego Fire Rescue Public Information Officer. So as Dan mentioned, he didn't mention actually, we just mapped the fire at 19 acres presently. The terrain is very, very challenging when it comes to fighting a fire because of the fact that it has not burned for so long, and we had a lot of rain. You guys, heads up, there's a truck coming through. We had a lot of rain this past January. We had rain last year, so all of that undergrowth makes it a very difficult fire to fight. What happened was the fire started at 10:45 this morning, just on the northern canyon north of Del Mar Scenic Parkway, right at the end of Del Mar Scenic Parkway. It was about just an acre when it started, that, when our crew started to gather and be on scene. We asked for many resources from surrounding agencies, and we appreciate those agencies stepping up and jumping in immediately. We've been using helicopters, multiple helicopters from multiple agencies, including our own San Diego Fire Rescue helicopters, dropping water. In addition, we had a fixed-wing aircraft dropping retardant in the area. And then we still had crews in the area, and then about 3 o'clock this afternoon, we had a spot fire that started outside of our containment lines, which is not uncommon when it comes to these types of winds that we have today. Unfortunate, you're close to the coast, so you get those onshore winds. And so the winds make it challenging. The winds drive the fire, and then the terrain and the really great fuel, which is all that brush that has not burned, that's very, very dense. The last update that I got, as I said, 19 acres. So far we've had 2 firefighters transported to Scripps La Jolla because of heat exhaustion. As you can imagine, they're wearing gear, it's hot outside, they're in direct sunlight, so it's a challenging situation for them. We are relieving some of the crews with other crews, fresh crews, so that of course we can avoid further illnesses due to the heat. Again, I said 19 acres. We're working with fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters. What you see now is minimal smoke production. At the present time, we've had 2,500 approximately residents evacuated from this area, and that's those that are under the mandatory evacuation order. And then we've issued warnings to approximately 1,400 residents in the area, in the geographic area that Dan mentioned a few moments ago. So San Diego County Fairgrounds, or Del Mar Fairgrounds, however you know it, is the temporary evacuation point. That's an area where anyone here can go to pause, to stand by, to call their family members, to make arrangements where they want to stay for a longer period of time. We can't at this moment give an estimate on when we're going to have the fire completely out, but we will make notifications to people when we're able to repopulate the residential areas that we've evacuated. We do, as Lieutenant Meyer said, we do ask that you comply with the orders from law enforcement, and if you're watching the news or you've been watching Twitter that we've been sharing all these updates, we strongly encourage you to get ready if you're in the evacuation warning area. estimate a couple of days being away from your home. And again, the Del Mar Fairgrounds or the San Diego County Fairgrounds is an opportunity for you to regroup or call someone to come and pick you up, or decide if you're going to wait there and just wait until we possibly can repopulate. I don't have, again, an estimate at this moment as to when we can repopulate.
Could you go back over the information that you